Oli, oli, bienvenidos otra vez a Español con la señora Pérez. Today, we're going to be looking at la hora, telling time. Are you ready? Let's go! ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Or, ¿tiene la hora? Do you have the time? Are great questions to ask when you want to know what the time is. Now, it's important to know that even though the word tiempo means time or weather, you never use tiempo to ask the time. So how do you respond when someone asks you, ¿Qué hora es? For 1 o'clock, you say, es la una. When it's 2 o'clock, you say, son las dos. For 3 o'clock, you say, son las tres. Notice anything? As you can see, you will always use the verb ser before telling the time. You will also use the feminine article la and las before saying the number. If you do not know either of these two, please check out my other videos. When someone's responding to what the time is, you may also hear, es el mediodía, it's midday or it's noon, or es la medianoche, it's midnight. So is it morning or evening? Son las 2 de la mañana. It is morning. Son las 2 de la tarde. It is afternoon. Son las 8 de la noche. It is evening. Generally, in English-speaking countries, you'd probably start talking about the evening around 6 p.m. In a lot of Spanish-speaking countries, you wouldn't roll out de la noche until about 8 p.m. So what happens when it's not exactly the hour? For example, 1:15. Es la 1:15. Or, es la 1:15. It's 1:15. 3:45. Son las 3:45. Son las 3 menos cuarto. It's 3 minus a quarter. We're going to explain this because this is kind of confusing. As you can see on my clock, anywhere between 12 and 6 o'clock in the hot pink, you would say y. For example, 1:10 would be, es la 1:10. Now, in the dark green, you would use the menos or minus. For example, 6:45. Son las 7 menos 15. In addition to the e and the menos, think of our clock also divided into quarters. A quarter is said cuarto. If you wanted to say 1:15, you would say, es la 1:15, 1:15. If you wanted to say 6:45, you would say, son las 5 menos cuarto. Also, 6:30 would be 6:30, that half point. When you're chatting with a friend and you want to let someone know when something is or is going to happen, you'd say, I'll meet you at 7, right? In Spanish, you would use a las. Tengo mi clase de matemáticas a las 3 de la tarde. I have my math class at 3 in the afternoon. Nos encontramos a las 8 de la noche. Shall we meet at 8 in the evening? I know Spanish can be very confusing, especially when we're doing time. But I want to tell you, hang in there, okay? Gracias. Hasta la próxima.